All right, ladies and gents, testing. This is your host, Elite System, aka RBL Rebel, back. Wasn't expecting again video back to back. I have goals just like a lot of others. I wanted to do 3 videos before the end of the year, before next year, and time is running out. So first of all, excuse the sloppiness in the previous video where I did a comparison between Sora and Runway ML. It was most likely the most sloppiest out of all the videos I've done in the channel. I mentioned it. I was very tired, but I had to get it out. It wasn't about perfection. And yes, feedback's welcome. One of the comments, I think the previous comment, some in one of the previous videos, hey man, could you just stop, pause, and just show me the stuff? I wanted to show all the videos. Like I wanted to see all the videos. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. As I move forward, I mentioned I'll try to get better. I just can't compare myself with any other YouTubers or even in the AI space or whatever space. I just like to do things a little differently. Not I'm making anything up. I'm just being myself, which is the most imperfect version of humankind, I'd rather say. So take it with a grain of salt. Critics are welcome. I try not to get emotional about it. And I just want to give you exactly what I come across in the AI space. Hands down, walk through experiments and real stuff. Less theory, a lot more practical. So, and I will try to do this a little differently. This podcast, okay? I'm doing this at 5 a.m. literally. I just wanted to get it out there so I don't forget anything, and I want to make sure I stay on track. And this podcast is going to be a little different. This is the second one on this channel, just second, and I hope I can do it at least once a week. I don't have any schedule of podcasts or videos. Anything I come across, I just do it impromptu. For me, information moves so quick. Instead of polishing and trying to figure out which corner will get the most clicks and whatnot, I just give it to you. And I just believe in this universal law thing. If a video gets a certain amount of views, if certain amount of people get to watch it, they kind of earned it or deserved it. The universe wants you to watch it. That's about it. I don't go ahead and manipulate, try to change things just for more views and clicks. It doesn't work that way. For me, creating videos is much. I can create 10 videos instead of. It's much easier to go back and fix those videos, if that makes sense. So, anyways, let's begin. And like I mentioned, I'll do this a little differently. I don't have any timeline like how long this will go. Maybe one of the shorter versions. And I will probably, well, at the end, after I'm done with this, some of the topics that you can see, AGI, AI tools for users, average users, regular Joes, medical field, Autobots. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to get on the Twitter account, X account, where Sam Altman, yes, he literally posted a question today, so-called, what would you like OpenAI to build, fix in 2025? And this has almost 1 million views and a lot of comments. So all I'm gonna do is just go through some of the comments basically by users so we can see exactly what people are expecting from OpenAI and all that stuff. So ladies and gents, again, welcome back. And yes, the last video was a little sloppy, but I hope I got the message across. I just wanted to show you simple comparison between Runway ML. And I didn't touch the Act 1 on Runway ML, which is different, right? That's like literally animating a character. I just shown you the prompts I got out of ChatGPT, plugged it onto both of the systems, and that's it. If any one of you were expecting me to actually break it down, meaning take the clips, put on the editing machine, 11 labs, that takes time. So if that was just a 20 minutes video, if I had to show you every nitty gritty breakdown, editing, production, that'll probably be double the time, which I could do, but that's very, very simple stuff. You can use any editing tool, plug the clips, and that's when the creativity comes in. You might end up doing something totally different than I did, whatever I did, or someone else. I mean, we all have different ideas. The editing is based on how creative we are, how we process things in real life, etc. So that's the most interesting part of actually using the same prompt, but the editing may make the whole system, the whole situation different based on individual skills, right? So again, I also re-uploaded the clips, the 20-second, 40-second clip, just by itself. So yes, I didn't do it previously, but I thought, why not? Maybe some of you might just want to see the AI creation itself. If you don't like it, maybe in the future I'll do something else. I'll do just one long video compiling all the AI creation. that could be done instead of 20 seconds long, right? So that's there. Today, let's talk about AGI O3, which is taking over the internet. Everyone's talking about O3. What happened to O2? I mean, aren't we moving so quick? And being an AI critique, I also mentioned let's not take AI lightly. And before I forget and get on the bandwagon, I was watching one of the interviews. John McAfee, yeah, he died. And this video was 4 years old. He was talking about, well, not exactly AI, but he was talking about Bitcoin and some of the other stuff. And he said something interesting. He said, at one point, the underground world used to love Bitcoin and use Bitcoin and accept it. Now they don't because of privacy issue, because everybody, it's mainstream. All the corporations also use Bitcoin. They moved out and they use Monero. All right, so how is it related to AI? He said, think about it during the bank robbery era, right? I know it's kind of weird. Bank robbery era, when the V8 came out, the first V8s, V6, V8, who were the ones using it the most? Well, the criminals. Why? Because they could get away with it, robbing a bank, and the cops couldn't chase them because V8, you can't beat a V8 with a Toyota, like a straightforward, I'm just saying, or a Ford. So according to him, the bad dudes always use something first. Just like crypto, it got adopted in the black market and whatnot, and now it's in mainstream, so black market is like, no more Bitcoin, let's go on Monero and other stuff. Same thing with AI. Who are the first ones to use AI? The bad dudes. Sad, isn't it? I just mentioned either it's a corporation who can afford all the GPU power because it's not cost effective. Also the reason behind showing you that clip on Sora and Runway ML to show you that how much also it cost us to produce that video, the clip. A 30 seconds clip takes up all the monthly credit. That means like almost a $10 stuff. Like how much do we need to create something very decent? All right. And playing devil's advocate, my videos are mainly for everyday people, not only Americans, but everyday people, not for creators. Creators can learn something, but it's for everyday people. Because if it was for creators, why do you need Midjourney, an image generator? Unless you are mass producing logos or you're selling something. It just doesn't add up. Ask yourself, right? I haven't used Midjourney for quite some time. I don't know. I just can use one of the other tools, ClipDrop, if I needed an image real quick. But I don't generate thousands of images unless I have to create a book or a movie or something, I don't know. Or maybe I sell graphic designing services to clients or instead of Photoshop. There's no other reason for me. And that's a reality. So creators will obviously tell you to use this and that, but most people don't need it unless you are a graphic designer or you use graphic design on a regular basis, right? So I'm going to be talking about several tools that I personally use later, not today maybe, and I'll tell you what others can use or what you could use. Every day, I'd rather say regular people, daily users, all you need is some ChatGPT kind of thing, an LLM. And why ChatGPT kind of thing, not ChatGPT? Well, ChatGPT is not open source. It's not uncensored, which is very annoying at times. All right, especially for a creator, when I'm trying to get something, oh no, we can't produce this image, copyright issues. It's real. They will not produce some of the actors or politicians or whatever. Even though if I need it for my own educational purpose, they will not give it to me. This is where I feel it's a debate. It's a debate that it's hard to discuss. Why? Who do we give the uncensored version? If it falls in wrong hands, yeah, doom and gloom, right? However, as a creator, I feel I should get the uncensored version because then I can, well, stress test, do certain things which an average or regular person might not do it, right? Creation. So regardless, if I had to just pick one tool out of all, it would just be an assistant, ChatGPT, an LLM. That's all you need, all right? I mean, that's the reality. And now I told you, everybody hates me because, yeah, then who would buy other tools? Yeah, I mean, I have to shill other tools. 11 Labs, you have all the video tools, Runway ML, Sora. Because if I don't, how do they make money? In one of the Twitter posts recently, I think someone said, hey, listen, we are talking about AGI. Please don't take it lightly. We are not trying to say it because we're going to sell this at a higher cost or blah, blah, blah. We actually mean it. So hence, I want to correct a few things in the last episode when I mentioned, yeah, AGI. Sam Altman, he literally said AGI in 1,000 years. How many thousand, man? Come on, just stop BSing around, like literally. He's not going to give a direct, what do you call? I mean, nobody can do that. But as a CEO of a company, you probably know a lot more than the average Joe. So instead of saying 1,000 years, be a little more specific, right? 1,000 years could be what, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years? Oh well, 3 years. Or if it's a 10,000, then who knows, right? So what do they mean by AGI? This O3 that's taking over the internet right now, like all the creators are talking about, that massive views. Can you just give me the AGI, let me test, and then I'll tell you, like give you my opinion? People are just speculating. We don't have all these things yet, right? If you get on the Chat GPT right now, how many models do we have? The overall, like literally, I'm opening a Chat GPT right now, all right, and all I see is the most used, great for most tasks, at 40, right? 40. Then we have O1, then we have O1 Mini, and then all the old ones, with GPT-4 Mini and other stuff, right? Why do we need so much models, so many models? It's not sustainable. How do you scale so much? And yeah, hyperscale, we can do this and that. All right, fine. How many people need this? Barely. I told you. None of the, unless you are a creator or scientist, you want to know this deep, nitty gritty, that's a total different story. But for average daily users, we don't need so many tools. And that's why I'm trying to master one or two. But at the same time, if you remember, when ChatGPT went down not too long ago, the whole world was panicking, literally. The students can't do their work, homework, this. That shows how much we have come, like in terms of also start being dependent on these systems, the AI models, and which is scary, right? It's just like someone takes down the grid, we lose power, and we can't do anything. It just, that was the feeling, literally. Even me, I personally use most, if you notice the titles I use on this channel, even not only this channel, several other channels, I take it from ChatGPT and some other LLMs. I told these guys, well, when I say guys, I told the AI, hey, this is the style I want you to follow, etc., etc. So yes, I use it on a regular basis, almost every single day. ChatGPT, and the only problem with ChatGPT is not open source. All right, and I am also very reluctant to put all kind of data. Like I don't want to feed it like unlimited data. Even YouTube recently came out with one option for creators. Hey, do you want do you want us to, well, do you want to give permission for what, your videos to model? What was that? Yeah, like AI model. They will actually take data from our videos if I accept it or not. I was like, man, I'm a tiny creator. Some of the channels, sure, I don't care, but they want to train their models based on using our data, and they literally ask us permission. So that shows. And who's YouTube? Google. Which I'm gonna come to this in the a little later part of this, the battle of AI. If you notice, OpenAI, Amazon, Google, Meta. But let's finish off the AGI. All right, I don't know about this whole AGI system. Like, oh, okay, it's an agent that'll be able to execute everything by itself. Fine, but how many users are gonna give it permission? I just feel it's just gonna serve a small sector of the industry that can actually maximize usage of this, like programmers, developers who can make this do certain things. But for regular users, I don't know why everyone's getting like freaking out or getting, hyped up. Unless, yeah, you should freak out because of losing jobs and whatnot, which again, I just don't know how to touch this topic. All right, it's hard. So for me, like I mentioned this, that I don't think I can stop evolution, right? I should adapt. All I can do is adapt, move on, learn, and try to control the system before system controls me. I mean, that's how I see it. All right. Just like my cousin, who is in the medical field, which I'm going to come to in a second, said something. Oh man, yeah, I don't want AI. I don't want that. Why? Because AI has a lot of negative stuff. Yeah, I feel you, but you can stop it. You can vote for it. Everyone goes on strike. Hey, I don't want this. I don't want that. But guess what happens? They get replaced by other bots or other people who's not going to complain. So unless you have enough power and you really think you can stop, there's no point discussing. I guess you know where I'm going with this, right? Taking a stand is fine, but this is already too powerful. Every day we are being guided by AI. It's the algorithm that just struck one of my channels videos, like, hey, this video cannot go through, red flag. And then YouTube send me another thing. Oh yes, AI is right. We cannot let this go through. AI has been dictating algorithm, pretty much every single thing. Your voice at your place, Wi-Fi is connected to AI. They understand certain things, temperature. They literally adjust based on the thing. I mean, AI has been around for such a long time. And you combine AI with motion sensor and all a couple of these. I mean, oh my God, man, that's just crazy, isn't it? That's power. So AGI, forget about AGI. Let it first come and let's discuss. Although, yes, I understand, Sam Altman, hey, take it seriously. We are not doing this because we're going to increase prices and blah, blah, blah to sell you. It's coming. Actually, it's coming. Yes, I am impressed. But I'm also like, when I'm looking from the average point of view, what are you talking about, man? I mean, I understand they're actually trying to serve one part of the thing, that creators. Let's tap the creators, tap into the creator market. The creators will shill this to the average Joes and do whatever, promote us. Isn't that the case? So, yes, AGI, sure. Let's see how far we go. And I'm going to break this down in a separate topic, not a podcast, but just with visualization and stuff, right? Unless I can see through my own thing, I've seen AI grow tremendously, man. How far we have come, for sure. But I'm still a critique because obviously I know when I see some people shilling some tokens and whatnot, just like I'm trying to cut down on my tools. 11 labs, I'm paying 20 something dollars a month, and my credits keep rolling over and over again because I don't know where to use. Clone voice, how far? Unless you want to power a channel totally by clone voice and whatnot, which is 100% possible. And I'm going to blow your mind by telling something at the end, which is about the Google Notebook. What if I told you I have a channel powered by Google's new notebook? That thing, the LLM, it's wild. And that videos get views. I've done 2 more videos in the last 2 days or 3 days. So I can't mention this right now. I want to see if they perform as the previous ones. And if they do, I'm going to actually bring it to you. I'll show you exactly how I did it. It's pretty wild. And I'll give you more ideas, man. It's crazy. I only touched one topic, like one niche. You could apply that to like so many niches. It's crazy, isn't it? But the problem within me and others, I'm experimenting. If somebody takes this as serious and takes it as a full-time job or creates it like a full-time content creator, sky's the limit. You can do a lot more. All right. So AGI topic out. We have grown a lot, but this benchmark, that benchmark, please stop comparing. All right. I get it. We have come far, a lot more to achieve. All right. Now, AI tools for users. Okay, I literally mentioned, when I say users, I mean everyday users. All you need is a simple LLM. Unless you want to do, you're a creator, you do videos, sure, run by ML Sora, because you can use B-rolls, awesome. The thing I've done recently, the previous video, when I compared and I also showed you the clips, what is that? It's just a motivation, right? Why would any average person use that? I mean, you don't, unless you have a channel or you're a creator, not many people, you don't need the video creation side, if you know what I mean, right? But to be productive, an average dude could use ChatGPT or any LLM. That has to be a must. You need to master the prompts in whatever LLM you use, whether it's the Anthropic, Google, Meta, whatever. And ChatGPT, the crazy part is, even though I'm not a huge fan of this, like I said, this closed AI, closed source, right? Sam Altman, BSing. OpenAI is the first mover, and the interface is so clean and easy, and that's the main thing. Just dropping the uncensored part, which is very annoying. I think that's one of the main reasons I use it, right? At the same time, I don't want to depend on it. I don't want to keep feeding data like nonstop. So I'm very careful in what I do. It helps me with the YouTube titles, with the analyzing stock pick, crypto pick. That's just a few tip of the iceberg. All right. And also remember, it also hallucinates. So I'm very careful on what kind of stuff I put, like input versus output, garbage in, garbage out. Just coming from a techie field, information systems degree, bachelor's, whatever, always playing with stuff, I see things a little differently. So that's why I do this thing. So I feel I have a little edge compared to everyday user. So yeah, I'll just bring it to you like my version, which is not the best version. It's just my version. All right. So yes, AI tools. I'll do a video, 7 tools, which you'll find on the link I use on a regular basis. As in regular means I still pay for it and I keep it. You've seen Runway ML, ChatGPT. I have 11 Labs and a couple of others. Opus, which is amazing editor. Midjourney, I'm very debating right now. I've been paying 500 something a year, and I don't really use it. As a creator, all right, ask yourself, how many images would I generate every single day? And let me also remind you, I stopped using Photoshop because I don't use as much. But if I had to replace Photoshop, I think Midjourney, they have an online version. I've not done a video on Midjourney for quite some time. It's one of the very first ones and one of the very best ones, image generators out there. But after that, so many came out, So yeah, I don't want to be hypocrite. A lot of decent one came out. And I want to be also cost effective. What is the point of paying hundreds of dollars a month running tools that I'm not using or that's not producing money or something? So I want to cater to most of you, but I feel my stuff is mainly for the average daily users, like American citizens. I'd rather a citizen of the world, not just a creator or an investor or this. So you can literally use one of the LLMs and just maximize usage, use to help you, guide you and everything. but don't just take everything by itself, because AI hallucination is a thing. I've literally seen it. You know, a lot of channels talking about Google AI was escaping, or talking about this, or went rogue. Yeah, I know. Talks about death or this and that. It's pretty wild. So that's there. I'll talk about my favorite tools very soon. Now let me actually finish off with the, not finish off exactly. I want to talk about the Amazon and the other thing, the medical right here. Okay, my cousin. So my cousin, I was having a chat with her in during Thanksgiving. All right, and then I literally, well, she is a neuro, not scientist. She's a neuro something, neuropsych something, therapist, neurotherapist. All right, so her victims. She's a very high paid neurotherapist. Her victims are not victims. Her clients, I shouldn't say victims. Her clients are very I wouldn't say suicidal, but they're either lonely or they're disturbed, if you know what I mean, right? Like, that's what it is. So they reach out for therapy, and she does teletherapy. She also does the office when the people come, her clients, and then that happen, you know. So she's in the medical field. It's neuro. It's very different, because you're constantly trying to be with the clients who are not so-called fit in the society. You get the point. Like, some of them had something bad past, whatever happened, they did. So she was telling me about AI, and she's very like anti-AI. She's like, I don't know, I'm not happy with what AI is doing. And I'm like, are you insecure? Like, it's gonna even touch your job or something? She's like, you really think it can touch my stuff? Because the point is not me saying, but the way she was saying, it feels like she knows something she's seen. I mean, in the medical field, we have seen it's a fact that AI was able to detect certain cancer or certain thing, like certain whatever. They were better, efficiently better than the humans. So, but they had a human doctor to actually assess that issue. But if the human doctor, basically, now we have to even say human and AI, the human doctor had to do it himself, it would probably take him a longer than usual, or maybe he could have not diagnosed as much as clearly as, you know, as clearly, whatever right term you're gonna use it. My point is, the AI, it will take time for the AI actually to do everything by itself. That would be AGI to that level, right? Imagine you let an AI, which is also happening, AI bot or surgeon to what, do a surgery on your brain. Would you allow that, or do a surgery on your heart or something? I mean, it's happening, right? When you're put to conscious, basically unconscious status mode, you don't know anything. Maybe they just take the doctor, be like, hey, human doctor, move out, man. Let the AI do the job. And you just wake up and be like, hold on, doc, thank you for saving my life. The doctor's like, it wasn't me. What do you mean it wasn't you? It wasn't me. It was that other dude. What do you mean other dude? It's the AGI. And you freak out. And then you try to, like, you know, touch places to see if he kind of left a scissor in your body or something, you know, a tool, a surgical tool left in your body. I'm just saying, man, it's kind of crazy. But when I asked her, she was not, she's like, you know what, AI is everywhere, AI is this, is that, I think it's going to do more damage to the world than that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Just like people said, McAfee said, all the bad guys used to use the tools first. They're the first one to actually use certain tools. So just like crypto, they abused or whatever, then the, you know, AI is here. Most people are using to scam, deep fake. Either that, or the top level people are using it to cut down jobs. Ask yourself, how is it benefiting society? Well, debatable, right? It's also helping us be more productive, but job loss is real. I'm not gonna even debate on that. It's, when it comes, it's gonna come. Whether you want to discuss universal basic income, this. But at her position, being a neuro thing, I was like, I don't think you should worry so much. I mean, yes, it can happen. Like, look at the sex bots out there. Look at all these bots that interact with humans. I'm like, okay, you know what? She had to leave. Next day was Black Friday. She had to leave early. I'm like, why? Because I have a client. The client doesn't have any family. He's gonna be very depressed, so I have to see him at night and blah blah blah. I'm like, see that? You have to leave and all that. But if it was an AI agent and bot, they would do it 24/7. And if the bot becomes so humanish, so called, and if the bot is only doing this so called, you know, tele, because she also does tele therapy and all that, then that means there's no feeling in a way. You're not touching, and well, you're not even touching your doctor, but I'm just saying there's no feeling, right? You're literally doing the teletherapy, and if that acts like a total human being and be able to, you know, emote, show all the feelings, expression, that would be wild. I know for me it's debatable because I know how human works, and I always want the human, the touch and all the stuff, right? I can distinguish. And if you tell me, do you want this or this? I mean, robotics has reasons. Certain ways they have reasons. But there are patients in this world, and clients or patients, that could actually believe that and literally use it as just to, as a daily thing, assistant, or hey, this is my daily maid, this whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's a movie that just came out on Netflix, The Severance by Megan Fox. The Severance something. The name is a little loopy. Yeah, she's a housemaid. And if you watched it, you should know exactly what happened when it goes rogue. Oh, man. The host, the main actor, literally told the AI, listen, sometimes you have to do certain things that's actually good, but it goes against your memory, meaning against your so-called programming. So how about you unprogram yourself? How about you erase everything that was given to you by the company and you restart everything? And that's the AI did it. And AI started acting like humans. Yeah, man, that's scary. See, that those things shows us a lot of things. Like you talk about Terminator, you talk about all these ancient stuff that was there, right? The Pulp Fiction about think about all these movies that came out at one point. They were giving us some sign about the dystopian world and whatever. All right. All I can tell you, I cannot predict or even avoid job loss and all that stuff. I don't think I have the power, man. This is the problem of this whole world. That if we don't adapt, we are done. Okay, that's simple as that. If so-called her company, she works for a company, now she wants to actually have her own company. She wants to hire people and all that stuff. Like she wants to have the neurotherapy something, her own stuff. She's a business-oriented person. Fine, that would be awesome. But if she's working for some company and the company figures out a way to cut cost with AI and whatnot, they will do it. Whether you like it, whether I like it, doesn't matter. They will do it. It's always a shareholder, always this is this. That's a majority. It's always been like that, right? So what are the chances when AGI comes out, right? And the company fires everybody and only keeps the top 10 people or top 5 people. And those top 5 people needs to master the AGI or the AI tools and everything. You see? So AGI will replace all the workers, but then to run AGI or some other stuff, you need a couple of engineers on top level. So I want all of you to be on the top level, whether it comes to prompting or whatnot. That's it. That'll make you AI proof in a way. That's the only way, man. There's no other way. You just have to keep up with all stuff. Mastering 1 tool, 2 tool, 10 tools is not the point. It's basically being flexible and know exactly how to act and react on certain things. All right. I think I mentioned this once, but I'll tell you again. I'd rather hire someone or I'd rather hang out with someone who's more flexible and who can figure things out. Hear me out, all right? Who can figure things out than just saying, you know what? I don't have a degree on this, so I don't know about this. If a math scientist, I asked him something about English or some random other stuff, he's like, you know what? That's not my expertise. I can do it. I rather, if there was somebody else, he's like, you know what? All right, I got this. Let me figure it out. I want that kind of person who can figure things out. You throw whatever at them, they'll figure it out. That kind of person or the individual is going to survive the apocalypse or AI apocalypse, whatever you want to call it. All right. And on the other hand, you see here, I said Autobots. Autobots are mean more of like humanoids and all the bots that's coming out. It's going to happen. You have autonomous truck, you have autonomous vehicles. You'll have, Tesla is working on that. This. When it hits the market, it's going to be hard. Just like Elon Musk came and said, you know what, we're going to have this many humanoid by this time. Everybody's like, wow. Yeah, bro, but the Autobots are going to take your job. The humanoids are going to take your job. Why are you just celebrating? Unless you are there to be like, yeah, you know what, I'll control the Autobots. I'll control some of these and be more efficient. That's a different story. I actually want to see, but how many average or regular Americans or citizens or whatever you want to call it be able to be on that level? Not everybody. Right? You have to have satisfaction, find satisfaction to that stuff. So if you don't and you like what you're doing, that's a different story, man. As long as you're on top level, your boss loves you, everything's fine, that's cool. But if you don't control the game, the narrative, whatever, then you can get laid off, right? That's my point. If you love your work so much, but if you're not on top, like you don't control it, then you can get pushed down, basically. So hence, I keep saying, like what you do, because that's very important. So if you don't enjoy AI, maybe understand how it works. So instead of the boss replacing you, they replace somebody else. Simple. Because you can't be replaced. You figure things out. And once you figure things out, man, yeah, and they can't, they'll have to bet on you. Simple. Right? So that's there. Autobots, laying off, unfortunate. A lot of the industry is going to take it. And people don't realize that what I just said, it's not just a labor force, but it's just the top people will be paid enough money to take down and control AGI for the whole company. And the company is going to cut costs in whatever possible ways. And that's sad, but that's the reality. Let's see how far we go, man. All right, simple. All right, now, man, I didn't expect to actually go long enough. I was thinking of going on the Sam Altman thing. How about we do that Sam Altman some other time? In the next video, how about that? Like he asked the question, I just want to show you some of the responses. Because I thought this video I would do it real quick, but I went on for 30 minutes. So I thought, let me just finish off with this. So we have the battle of AI, okay? And that is massive. A lot of people have no idea. OpenAI, that's it. No, bro. It's not just OpenAI. Didn't you notice quite a bunch of other stuff? That some, a few days back, I think one of the channels, they said, hey, bro, you have shown Sora and Runway ML. What about Kling AI? I'm like, Kling AI? I Googled and I'm like, hold on, Kling AI? Trial package? Professional mode? Video extension? Motion brush? End frame? Camera movement? Lip sync? Wait. Explore video generation highlights? Okay, another video generation. Which means, and they're saying this is much better. The interface is so clean, looks awesome. They have the API calls, free credits. And then you look at Google VO, which I didn't get access to. And not only that, Google the Gemini has the music effects, the text effects, and the video effects, which I'm waiting for, right? They have the music. So you can create AI music, you can have the AI voice, you can have the AI text and books, and you also have the AI video. They're literally giving you everything at your fingertips, like all suit, man. That's Google. The Gemini, which again, I'll do a separate video on, which is coming. You have Google Gemini, you have Amazon's Nova, a dinosaur sitting in a teacup. Bro, don't underestimate Amazon, the Rufus, Alexa, Amazon Bedrock. Amazon is a giant, all right? Amazon, they don't talk too much, but you can, if you look at the stock price, obviously for a reason, and they are very heavy in the AI space. They've been literally working on it for quite some time, not in the news as much as OpenAI and all that Elon and XAI, but I believe Amazon has huge things coming up, all right? And who's going to benefit? Again, unless you're a creator, I don't know how an average regular citizen would actually use it. I personally use their cloud storage, and I like I mentioned, I will actually provide several use cases so you can figure out if it's necessary for you. I don't want you to buy something and that you don't use and collect dust. So you figure out if it's maximizing your output. I use ChatGPT heavily, so that $20 is worth it's a bang for the buck, man. Same thing with the Runway to some extent. I'm not finding many use cases. So if you look, right now I'm doing this video. If I use Sora Runway to create B-rolls that could run in between this, that would be useful. But how often am I doing it? I don't know. I'm not editing videos that often. I like to keep it real. I have a different style, like the way I do videos. Mostly they are just straight, uncut, literally. This video is uncut. I may make some mistakes. You can see even the word I said something like jargons. It's okay. I can't help it, man. That's real. That's a real human, right? Imagine AI making all these mistakes. That's the difference between AI. But AI makes a lot of mistakes, man. That's why hallucination is real. And if it falls in the wrong hands, unfortunate, right? So battle of AI. OpenAI is coming up with so many things all of a sudden, right? You have O3, they're talking about OT, AGI. There's that app has been updated on the desktop. They have the new voices. Man, they have the Sora voices, a lot more, right? And then all of a sudden, then they'll say, we also have this 11 Labs competition. We are competing with them. So open voice. Who knows? Amazon is also coming. All right. Then you have Google. Meta is there, but I'm not I really don't care about Llama and Meta too much. It's just, again, same LLMs, man. How far can it go? How far can it scale? Same LLM. Just pick one and whatever makes sense to you. A lot of people use the Llama and Google LLMs, Anthropic, for coding because they are supposed to be a little better in coding. And a matter of fact, I wanted to create something in the stock market, like a picker, something to analyze and pick and something. Meaning I wanted to use LLMs and ChatGPT, AI, to help me create that software. It's a tool, web-based, and I was thinking of using Amazon's Bedrock or something to host it. That would be nice, right? I'm not a programmer, okay? I did programming, like basic level HTML and all that stuff, C++ and C# basically, way back. I don't consider myself as a programmer, right? I took a lot of IT classes, information systems. I graduated with an information systems major, bachelor's. So I was kind of computer and marketing and all that stuff, but I'm not a programmer. I have friends, family, programmers, different level. So if they can give me their views on this, that would be awesome, right? So I have to figure out how to use the coding. Once they give me the coding, that would be AGI. That AGI would be very useful. Use the code given to me and how to execute it as well. So basically, don't just give me the code. You got to help me execute it and make it actually happen, a finished product. And I'll guide you. You'll guide me, but I'll also give my inputs. You see where I'm going with this? Stay tuned. That would be a very nice practical thing to do. And last but not the least, again, mention OpenAI, Google. Google has a lot. And if you notice, this is the battle of the AI. Google came out with certain things, the VO, this, and the Gemini is wild. And on top, OpenAI, nah, we can't stop. We got to keep up with Google. So how many can we use? Google wants our money, Amazon wants our money, OpenAI wants our money, Meta wants our money, Gemini wants our money. Oh well, Gemini is Google. Yeah, but so you know, it's not cost effective. I want you to, like, sure, invest and do whatever, but we don't need hundreds and hundreds of tools, man. It's just bogus. Okay. So last but not the least, remember I mentioned about this Google Notebook, and let's end it here. I will do the SAM in, you know, probably sometimes in the, how about that would be one of the next videos. Stay tuned. I have a few things planned up, and I don't know in what particular order. And the reason I also did the previous video, it was a little sloppy because running out of time. If you remember, every month, the beginning of the month, the credits roll over, meaning not roll over, the credits expire. So the runway credit was expiring, the Sora was expiring again because we have like a week left. So I thought, let's get out of it. I mean, get this out of the way and then focus on the other stuff. Okay. So now let me tell you one interesting thing about this notebook, the last part here, the notebook LLM, right, by Google. They actually came up with something else recently, which means you could plug it in and they could, and by the way, I'm not showing this right now, and I'm assuming that you know about the notebook. If not, it's going to blow your mind. Just stay tuned. Basically, these two individuals host, both AI generated, a female and a male voice. You give them some information through text or video link, summarize, whatever. They will talk to each other in a podcast format and explain whatever was given to them. That is very cool. So imagine I'm talking to you right now, and it's like 11th grade or whatever, because I'm just all over the place and a lot of people not understanding, you know, like normies, we call them normies, flying over the head. I could use my summary, plug it onto that, and they will talk to each other, explaining exactly what I just told you about AGI and AI. This is crazy. That's awesome. So that's why I said AI in some places, it's wild if you know how to use it. Guess what I did? If you remember, I have a channel powered by Flicky. Do not forget, Flicky was one of the very first tools I used. I still have access to it, right? And Flicky is still very better. I would say it's much better than InVideo. Why people show InVideo, I don't know. But anyway, use Flicky with short forms and whatnot. So after Notebook came out, I started actually using Notebook to do some of the conversation on the channel. And I'm getting like 100, 200, 300, 600 views. It works. So it's not just the views. Imagine it's just one niche. If you apply the same thing to some juicing or some other random news, which is powerful, politics, two people are talking, let them actually take some of the top level videos, make them into a conversational thing, and plug it on your YouTube channel. Boom. And oh, well, Rebel, how do you monetize that? It's a long story. We can discuss that. I'll do a separate video on that, literally. I'll show you some of the videos. I mentioned, I just uploaded 2 videos recently. They're not performing as well because, again, I'm trying to catch the trend and the popularity, whatever. Sometimes it's a hit or a miss. But to drive the point home that basically it's always the proof of concept in the beginning. And if that works, that means it works. So it wasn't just one video. It was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm like, okay, so this works, clearly works. And it could be applied in other niche. So why not? I'm not here to talk. I'm not here deceiving anybody. I'm just trying to break down complex situations, dumb it down so others can understand. That itself is a niche, bro. Amigo, ladies and gents. And I really, really hope you found something out of this. I know it's not an easy task to listen to some podcasts like this, meaning when there's no visuals. I'll probably put some visuals very soon. And just whenever I do stuff like this, just put a headphone and just listen basically. You can do whatever you want, but focus. If you're doing other stuff, cleaning and all that, you lose focus. As long as you can, keep at it, whatever I'm saying, because my ADHD kicks in, you'll lose me 100 times. But still, I hope you can understand what I'm giving you and take it with a grain of salt, with a little bit of love as well, all right? And friendly advice. That's about it. I just wish best for humanity. I wish I could say the same thing for AGI, but nope, I can't say that. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I hope to keep getting better. If I live long enough, I'm going to get better, and I will be the true AGI. What if I'm the AGI? Maybe I'm the AGI. All right, I'm out.